Okay, in today's video, we're working on something that plagues pretty much every golfer on the planet. Let's do it. So today we're working on our alignment. How do we line up properly, and what are the key checkpoints to make sure we're good to go before we swing that club? Because that's something, if you're just a tiny bit off, it's gonna mess you up, and you're gonna overhaul your entire swing just because you're, aiming this far to the left. I've seen it happen. So I've got a few tips and drills to work on to help us fix the alignment issues. Also, thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. Thanks for being along for the journey. If you want more instructional content, I also have a paid membership site. It's like $4.99 a month. Check it out and see if it's something you like. Anyways, it's there for you if you want it. If not, that's fine too. And all the other gear and stuff I use, there are links in the description below for that. Check that out, and there's some discounts on those as well. So anyways, now let's get to fixing ourselves. Okay, there's 3 checkpoints when it comes to alignment that we're gonna go over today, and I have drills to help you with these. We're gonna start off with our feet. We'll go from the ground up. So step 1 will be our foot alignment and where that is pointing. It messes a lot of people up, but we wanna do this drill that's gonna help us kind of be able to adjust as we need to. So here we go. So there's really 3 basic kind of alignments with your feet. You can aim to the right, you can aim to the center, or you can aim to the left. This will be going right, left, center. So if you have some alignment sticks, you can use these or use clubs, whatever you want. Here's what we're gonna do. So throw one down there to start, and we're gonna hit 3 balls aiming our feet way to the right. Remember, although I'm aiming my feet way right, I'm trying to hit it straight at the center of the net or at your target. You just want to aim your feet way right of target. 3 balls like that. Now we're gonna go 3 aiming way left. That's actually a good drill for many other reasons. We'll worry about that another day. Now we're gonna go 3 aiming center. Okay, what that does is it helps you identify where you're aiming. You just get more familiar with when you're aiming way left or way right, or you're lined up center. And we've got to reprogram our brain so that we can see these things when they're on the course. Because if you don't want to aim way left, then you're gonna know what that feels like when you're on the golf course. And that's very, very important. You have to know that. Most people don't do this drill, and so their friends are like, dude, you're aiming at the house. You're like, no, I'm not. I'm right down the center of the fairway. And they're like, and they put this thing down, and like, stand back here. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm aiming at the house. It ever happened to you? This is why, because you don't do this drill. So do this drill, and now you'll know, like, oh, that's what it feels like. So that's step 1. Know where your feet are going. Very critical. Now let's move on to step 2. Okay, step number 2 is pretty easy. Here's what we're working on. It's our hips. Where are our hips pointed? So you're gonna combine this with drill number 1. You're gonna put an alignment stick on the ground, okay? And then you're gonna line your feet up with that. Then get this. You're gonna put this on your thighs. Not your hips, your thighs. Here's why. Watch, when I put this right here on my thighs, see that? My thighs go where my hips are. So I wanna get a little knee bend, like so, and just shake it out. So you line up your feet, take your stance, and then just get your stick, put it on your thighs, right here. So this is pretty simple. You're just putting that right here on your thighs, right right there. Shaking it out, making sure this matches the one on the ground, okay? And that will give you a reading of where your hips are exactly in your alignment, okay? Because your hips are very critical. If your hips are open, shut, a lot of people don't check that. So you gotta check your hips via your thighs, okay? That's what that is for. Now the last one, people used to laugh at me about this, but I would practice this all the time. Here's what it is. It's your shoulders. We got to know where our shoulders are, right? Are your shoulders open? You aiming over here? Are they too shut? Okay, this is the final piece. Now, what happens is this. Here's what most people do. You see what I did? You see what happened? I didn't even have to hit. Did you see it? See, here's what I did. I lined up perfect. Then I looked at my target, opening up my shoulders, and then I looked back down, but I didn't bring my shoulders back. I looked up. Okay, that's where I'm aiming. Cool. Cool. Boom. Oh, that happens all the time. And then your shoulders are wide open. So what do we do about, how do we fix that problem? I'm gonna show you. What you do, you gotta practice this. You gotta set up, okay? You gotta practice this move here. That's why I want your feet lined up, your thighs, your hips lined up, then get your shoulder line, make sure that matches. And now you gotta practice this move right here. You gotta look at your target without moving your shoulders. You see that? I wanna look at my target without doing this. You don't want that. You wanna look, you wanna get set up, and you want this. That's how you look at your target right there. Right there. Boom. You got your clubs down. Not this. Oh, that's bad, right? Because then you go like this, and look where you're doing. You're a mess, and you can't even help it, right? So here, you got to practice that move here. Boom, boom, boom. And then you know, all of a sudden people ask me, and my students are like, how do I know my shoulders are square? Like, you practice. You practice squaring up your shoulders. Like that. And pretty soon, you'll know what it looks like when you look, right? You're here, you look, you're like, oh, that's where my shoulder is in my peripheral vision, okay? But if you're like here and you're like, wait, oh, there. Now that's comfortable, that's where it should be. But you won't know it unless you practice it. That's a drill. When I was in college, I used to sit in class and I would sit at my desk like this, right? And I would just kind of go like this. And I would practice looking like this without moving my shoulders. People thought I was cheating off their test. Not me. I was practicing my golf alignment right there. Right there. Can you do it? Right there. Feet. Hips. Shoulders. That's a ticket. You've got to get all three pieces of those lined up for your shot shape and for your comfortability. So you know, some people like to aim left, that's fine. Make sure everything matches though. Your hips and your shoulders match to what you're trying to do. Because if they're all crossed up, you can be a mess out there. So anyways, hope this little video helps you. Comment below, hit the like button, share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I love you guys. Get squared up. See you in the next video.